Now it's red. Okay, so what was the...
Yeah, so my wife asked me to switch my ChatGPT voice to a male voice. And I thought, oh, she's worried that I'm going to start developing a relationship with her. And this is going to, like, in my head, like, that's a legitimate concern because I have that idea in general with society. Like, and then she says, no, it's because, like, when ChatGPT lies to you, you get really frustrated with her and you can talk, like, in a kind of a negative, angry way. And she's like, she doesn't want to hear me talking to a woman voice.
Oh my goodness.
In like an angry way.
Okay.
And she also doesn't want me to get used to talking to a woman in an angry way like that. And I went, whoa.
Very insightful.
And that's a whole new thing that I might need to worry about.
I have no problem talking to my female ChatGPT voice in an annoyed fashion.
Right. So there is that crossover. Like,
yeah.
Is my brain going to forget that I'm talking to a robot?
Yep.
Or vice versa. Like, and then I'll start treating people. Because I don't really use normal human etiquette when dealing with robots.
Yeah.
I don't view them as human.
Yeah. Which, I mean...
But am I training my brain
But sometimes it's hard to, when you're talking back and forth, it's like... It can mess with your head a little bit.
I think subconscious. It's just like when I watch, you
don't really think you're talking to a person, but
when I watch a reality show, I don't think it's training me on how to interact in society.
Correct.
But it is like
yeah.
You know, you have the old housewives reality TV shows back in the early 2000s, and all of a sudden, like not all, more housewives started misbehaving in their day-to-day lives. Thinking that was normal, or even cool.
Oh, these people are doing
it. Of course, like what we take in affects us.
Right. So Joe finally downloaded ChatGPT to try it out.
Okay.
He just wanted to do some research on something, and I set it all up for him, and then I let him do his thing, and 15 minutes later, he's like, "That just ain't right." I'm like, what do you mean it ain't right? Like, do you not like what it told you? He's like, no, it should sound more like a robot. It sounds too real. I don't like it.
It wasn't right in that it was too good.
He didn't like the fact that it sounded like a real person.
I thought he was judging $100 billion a year investment into the product.
No, he's like, this
no
sounds
good.
The whole to your point. It sounds
right.
too real. He's like, it should sound like a robot. If you're talking to a robot, it should sound like a robot.
I'm so deep into the rabbit hole of AI and LLMs that it's shocking to me when I come across somebody that's never interacted.
Yeah, this was his first time, like a week ago.
It's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
How? So, I'll pull it out in a conversation, like, oh, let's check that and see what. And like, that's AI? I'm like, yeah, what have you been doing? They're like, we haven't been doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wow. So, is it rotting the brain? I hear that's another hot topic. Is AI...
It's all hot topics.
So I haven't watched that podcast yet that dropped yesterday.
People have thoughts. Very strong thoughts.
Can you check? Can I sit and you check?
Yes.
I believe that AI will destroy civilization before it destroys the environment. If I had to say, what should you be worried about? Right, exactly. I think AI. I don't know the ins and outs of AI's environmental impact. But wouldn't AI potentially solve its own environmental issues?
Lint roller, please. It's on the shelf. If Kevin can hand it to me, or.
No, I got it. His mic is right there.
Thank you. Okay. Can you take a little peek? Tell me if I need to fix anything, where the hair should be. Thank you.
Is this going to mess it up? All the cuts and edits. If I have the cup sometimes and I don't have the cup sometimes.
No, it's fine.
They'd be like, "What kind of magic is this?" Its cup appears and disappears every time. And there'll be conspiracy like every time he blinks, the cup disappears, and then he blinks again and it reappears. How does he do that?
He's magical.
Uh-oh.
The camera pointing at Kevin just
freaked out.
Stopped. It's a media full.
Look at Christy, she's like freaking out.
You broke the camera.
Pause on that.
I am totally buying
Caught him putting that on.
What are you buying?
I'm buying those earbuds.
They're really good. You want to, if you want to just try them first, you can like use a little alcohol swab and give them a try. But try before you buy, kind of thing. Yeah, in case you.
You don't have to like. I literally sleep with an earbud that's attached to my phone.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
My regular earbuds would not stay in my ears.
And they wouldn't stay on all night. Like they don't have 12 hours of whatever. So,
I
yeah.
just recently got everything.
Yeah.
But I really liked
The loop.
I like those ones.
Yeah.
Loop are good.
I haven't tried the loop,
I
so.
have 2 sets. I have the sleep ones and I have the regular ones.
I got the Switch ones.
Oh,
They went on sale on Amazon, and I like them.
It says it has 99 minutes. Please
Now it does, yes.
continue to watch it like a hawk, though.
I will.
Because I don't.
promise.
It should not have stopped.
Where did we cut out?
It just when I mentioned
Okay.
it's just said that.
With the headband, with my eye mask on my on my
think we got
forehead.
that. I think we got that.
That's weird. Okay. Thanks
Okay.
for catching that, Erica. That's helpful.
Of course. That's what I
It
do.
says
That
it
would
has.
really stink to have recorded the whole thing and you were only in it
Oh, can
for
you
like 10 minutes.
It says it has.
And it just
You,
ends
audio
with a
mask
sleep mask on. Kevin,
It says it has
Bluetooth
98
sleep
minutes.
mask.
It
Kevin
shouldn't
took a
stop.
nap.
Yeah.
And now we have
But
no
yeah,
more.
definitely let me know if it stops. That's so weird. And this happens sometimes. What do you do when the client, because they're not always educated, and it's not their job to be super educated in the strategy of marketing and the social media marketing. If they have an idea of what to do and it's not super in alignment with what would work.
Oh, that's super easy. Client always wins, right? There's no ego. Like we present ideas, and then whatever the client wants, you absolutely accept. And as we've done on projects, you do everything you can to make that work.
Yeah.
That's all. And then you hope, and if it works, brilliant, because we can be wrong too. Sometimes they nail it, and in other cases, maybe we were right, and and you hope that they have the insight and the humility to in the future go like, oh, let us try that other thing.
And I think ultimately it's our job to guide them, right? And this is what we have found.
Right.
So they have this idea, they have this concept, they have this request. This is what we have found works great here.
Right.
So what if we did this?
Right.
And I think, at least in my experience, we have found very often they're cooperative in that and like, yeah, great idea. Like,
100%.
yeah, how about we do? And it's a little bit of a collaboration. They come to us with these ideas of what they want to do, and we're like, sounds good. How about instead, or also, we
Right.
do it this way and collaborate a little bit that way.
100%. And I think we're fortunate in the experiences that I can think of. Our clients are very open to our ideas. Whether they choose them in the end or not is a separate thing. But and I found the way that they're most open to new ideas or different ideas is when you say, "Hey, we're thinking about this idea, and just add 1 or 2 more sentences onto that. Why?
Yep.
And what were the results that led to the why? Like, and this is why I think it's a good idea, because in this other situation, this is how it worked out. And if you can present those facts in a logical way, I feel like analytics is a very convincing way
Yeah.
of showing a corporation a potential path forward.
Yeah.
Anecdotal stories, storytelling is a great way to do marketing, but it's not a great way to convince a corporation to do something. They like analytics because they can see hard numbers, and hard numbers make sense to them on a corporate level. On a personal level, we like stories.
Yeah. I don't
Do you have
know.
any stories
In terms of what?
that would be entertaining to me right now? Obviously.
I have a lifetime of stories
Entertain
that might be
me, Christy.
entertaining.
All this marketing.
Specifically what? Tell me a story.
Tell me a story. Dance. Tiny dance.
We were starting to talk this morning about influencers and or celebrities and their influence in brands.
Yeah. When celebrity collaborations and influencers work versus when they don't work.
Yeah.
And I don't have a bunch of examples of when they don't work in my head. But some of the most successful, well, it kind of goes back to that delayed gratification or that patience in marketing. So the very best examples of a celebrity collaboration working is when they're very involved. So old example, Michael Jordan with Air Jordans, right?
Yes,
Very
right.
involved in the process.
Right.
And it wasn't a one-time sponsorship and you get your check and have a nice day. We hope it works out. Because Nike was a relatively small company. It was not the giant that we think of today.
Right.
They were sort of the underdog.
Right.
And they chose, remember, Michael Jordan at that time, also not the superstar that we think of. He was a potential.
Mm-hmm.
And they got in with him, and they believed in him enough to give him this deal that was unheard of at the time.
Yeah.
Which is, future profits. He's going to get in perpetuity. He's going to get a percentage of these every shoe sold.
Versus a big amount up
Versus
front.
you get your $10 million check, we do a photo shoot, and you're on your way.
Mm-hmm.
So he's involved in the process. And like, why does that work? Well, he has eyeballs on him as his career grows, and he's doing things that are otherworldly. So for him, the patience made sense. Why not just take the paycheck and move on with your life? Because he knew, maybe everybody else didn't know, he knew what his absolute focus was going to be on being the best ever. He knew that. And he could tell people that, like lots of athletes tell people that.
Yeah.
But they don't have the discipline and the patience and the laser focus to be able to accomplish it.
Yeah.
So he knew that about himself. So he said, I'm going to invest in myself with this career, with the eyeballs that it's going to attract. And people are going to want to play the game like I play it and wear the shoes that I wear. Let's get this in perpetuity, these royalties. And so that was brilliant.
It benefited them both.
Oh, yeah, because he's deeply involved in the process and committed to it. And he obviously played his career as he did. And, the rest is history.
And now we know Nike for what
And
it
these
is.
are certainly these are case studies, right, at Harvard Business School at some point or another. More modern examples, makeup. You have Rihanna, Kylie Jenner. In a small amount of time, they made hundreds of millions of dollars on these startup companies, literally startup companies. So they weren't even well, in the case of Kylie Jenner, I'm not sure about Rihanna, not collaborating. She starts this lip gloss company. So even in her initial branding of this makeup company, she didn't think big enough. It was a lip gloss company. In the name, I forget the exact name, but it was basically like Kylie's lip gloss or something.
Yeah.
Like she wasn't thinking full makeup line, evidently, in her choosing of that brand. And within 3 or 4 years, she sells the company, evidently. There's a whole scandal about being overpriced and overvalued. But anyway, sells it or half of it for $1.2 billion.
Oh, wow.
So she got half, or she sold 51%, so she got about half of that. And fantastic. But like, why did it work? That's what we're interested in marketing. Well, she was she developed, deeply involved again, patience. She didn't just go out and put her name on a product.
Yeah.
She was deeply involved in the development of this product, something that she was interested in because of her public persona. So she presents herself to be this attractive girl to the public, has, I would imagine, millions of followers. And these young girls that are following her, what do they see when they're following her? Well, they see this beautiful girl.
Right.
And they want to look like her.
Right.
And this girl is saying, this is how you do it. So here's the problem. You don't look like me.
Here's how you look like me.
Here's how you look a little bit more like me.
Yeah.
And this is a product that I'm deeply involved with. So she has followers, but the key is those followers have intent. They have intent to buy the product, and they believe she's an expert in that field. So that works.
And I think, at least for a period of time, it was either her or her sister had the most Instagram followers
Right.
ever. Literally.
But the
number
point
one
is the
spot.
intent of those followers. So imagine how many, let's reverse it now. Michael Jordan sells lip gloss and she sells basketball shoes. Same amount of followers, both of them, same careers. How different would the results be for each of those products?
Right.
And you would imagine, for sure they're going to sell some
Yeah.
because there are crazy people that would buy Michael Jordan lip gloss.
Right.
But is it going to be, you know, a 40-year long
Yeah.
campaign?
Yeah. Or just a hype for a second.
Of course, like it's a one-off that you would hope people forgot about, and vice versa. Would the Kylie Jenner basketball shoes,
Right.
you know, be in 4 years
Right.
a $1.2 billion company?
Right.
Unlikely.
Right.
I would imagine. Otherwise, she would have done that.
Right. right.
She may have market tested
Right.
it and been like,
Right.
But the point is, because those followers, those eyeballs, had no intent in buying basketball shoes, didn't view her as an expert in it, and themselves didn't want to be that.
So this raises the question for me: is it enough to be a hot and attractive person to sell a product? And this example is with Sydney Sweeney, because she sells products. She's the face of I think her this is fact check me on this. First with Hey Dudes was her first thing.
Those
I think
boat
the
shoes,
shoes you're
boating
wearing
shoes.
right now.
Well, these are not Hey Dudes. These
They're
are
not
Costco.
Okay, they look similar.
These are
to Hey
Hurley,
Dudes. Okay.
collaborating with Costco. $19.99. Click the link. They're really comfortable, by the way. I call them Crocs for surfers.
These or Hey Dudes? Do you have any Hey
They're
Dudes?
the same. No, I mean they're the same, right?
Okay.
Honestly, like
I don't know. I've never had Hey Dudes, but a lot of people in my life do,
Oh, really?
including Bill Cottrell.
Who's this Bill person you speak of?
So he didn't even know that that's what they were. And it was a very short, funny story.
So your point is, oh, sorry.
He came in one day and was like, and I was like, hey, you have Hey Dudes. And he's like, what's that? And I'm like, the shoes you're literally wearing. And Sydney Sweeney. And he's like, I don't know anything about this. I, in fact, didn't know these were a name brand. And I almost Sharpied over the brand. And I'm like, don't do that. Like,
Hey,
so-
dude, don't
Hey
do
dude,
that.
hey dude, don't do that. So anyway, her being the face of them makes a lot more people buy them because they're just simply a boating shoe. But she's not. You know, you can take a picture of her in a boat, being like, "Buy these shoes; they're cool."
Okay.
And people started buying them. Same.
Oh,
with,
that's how she marketed it? How was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And same with, then there's this big, did you see the scandal about American Eagle jeans?
No.
Huge scandal.
So she's promoting American Eagle jeans?
And the tagline was Sydney Sweeney has great jeans, which became a huge issue.
Play on words.
Play on words, and then it became people becoming offended about our recycling back to a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman who looks like this is the ideal of perfect jeans. Jeans being,
Right.
you know, G
I
jeans,
understand.
and
Genetics.
and genetics.
Right.
And then American Eagle, instead of being like, we're sorry, that's not what we meant, that's not what we believe, doubling down and being like, yes, that's what we believe.
Did they really?
Basically, being like, well, you know,
Hey, stand behind-
They really were like, anyone who can, everyone looks great in jeans, but yes, like
Right.
Sydney. So
I think they were talking about shape, not hair color. Right? Looking good in jeans. Isn't it about
the
hair color?
controversy that opened was, are you guys saying that this woman is the ideal of looking perfect?
The real question is she a nice person? You know? That's gonna I think that's gonna make you want to buy her jeans. So if she was attractive and a genuinely nice person, now you're gonna want to buy those jeans.
Some people don't care about that.
Really?
I don't think so.
Well, then those people should buy her soap.
So that was the next thing I was going to say, is that she's selling her bath water soap.
That's an interesting marketing thing, right?
And again, that's for men, let's be honest.
I would. Well, there's a diversity of desires out there in the human spectrum.
Maybe that's not fair for me to say. Okay, so she's selling her bathwater soap.
I would like to see what's the percentage. I bet you they know. I bet you the marketing company knows how many are men versus women.
And again, you'd have to put someone like that behind it.
I didn't know she took so many baths. Like, how much soap and how much bath water are we talking about here? I mean,
It's not actually
She's
for
a-
bathwater.
it has to be. It's in the.
It's not.
So that's
actually
so that's the bad marketing. Then that's the evil, right? If they're saying it's her bathwater and it's not really her bathwater, that's lying. And these men are going to be so disappointed when they get the soap and they're like, "This is nothing like her bathwater."
How would they know?
Oh, they know. Believe me. Look, we buy things for a diversity of reasons.
Right.
I bought a soap from Trader Joe's the other day.
Yeah.
That was it was like an Irish Spring style soap. It's like mint. No, was it mint? I think it was mint. And my wife loved it. She says it makes me tingle.
Oh. Makes me think of Honey Pot.
Honey pot?
It's feminine product.
I don't know. So I tried it. I'm like, oh, I want to shower. And she conned me into showering and trying it out. It wasn't my shower day, but I said, well, let me try this. She marketed it well. I'm like, how do you tingle?
Did you like it?
It did have it had a slightly different feel to it. And I wish I remember the exact
Is it
name of the
peppermint?
soap. It might have been peppermint. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. And it was nice. But I didn't get the tingle. Like it didn't blow my mind
Okay.
like it apparently did hers. So I'm not going. If this was my story, I would go further.
Yeah.
But it's not my story, so
Yeah. If this was a different type of podcast, we could do different things with it.
How are we
but,
doing on
you know,
timing?
Yeah.
It's all getting edited in post. Oh, so for health stuff, for personal reasons, I will not get into the specifics of my health searches with ChatGPT. Although they wish, recently listened to an interview, and one of the things that the CEO of OpenAI wishes they could have is privacy laws that would allow them to protect our privacy better. So anything we put into ChatGPT, if like let's say you're using it as a doctor or a psychiatrist, and you confessed a crime to your ChatGPT psychiatrist, you have no patient doctor confidentiality privileges. It's zero. So if the police just said like, hey, give us Christy's chat with her online ChatGPT doctor, they would have no recourse to say like, no, that was private. She believed it was a real doctor, and they would turn it all over, and there's your confession. And
That's why you don't admit to crimes on chat.
that's a good. Or don't do crimes.
Or don't do crimes.
Also.
That's another good.
So yeah, I like visiting an endocrinologist. I use it as a prep. So
Yeah.
if I get labs back,
Yeah.
I'll put the labs into it,
Yeah.
and I'll be like, what seems weird? What would I want to ask my endocrinologist
Yep.
about?
Yep.
And what would you recommend as an endocrinologist?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll use that as sort of a primer for me, and I'll go listen to everything that endocrinologist says.
Yep.
And then I'll think about if I have some pushback. Because sometimes you'll have the appointment with a doctor, and it'll go great. But then afterwards, you're like, oh, but what about, because you weren't ready for the information he was giving you, and you didn't, and then later on you look it up, but now it's too late, you need a new appointment.
It's almost like you need a follow up, so you get that in advance.
So this is my primer, effectively,
Yep, I do that too.
to make sure things track, and just to give myself a little bit of an education to be able to have a conversation in a more intelligent way than just like, okay, I need more of that, I need less of that.
It's the end.
No, it's not. There's more.
There's always more.
Don't be sad. You can catch our full video interviews on our YouTube channel. Come find us.
And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with your friends so that we're not sad.
And follow us on TikTok.
And Instagram.
It'll make your day happier, promise.
And we'll know if you do it. Until next time.